Wildcats. The head coach for the Eagan Wildcats is Andrew Michelson, assisted by Carl Kinseth with dive coach Julie Linsheed. Our Eagan Wildcat captains are Megan Wall, Teresa Gotti, Tara Lee, and Olivia Madden. Officials for tonight's meet are Bill McCann and Andreas Lazinski. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem.
Back to the Dakota Hills Middle School, hosting the swim meet for this evening, pitting two South Suburban Conference teams against each other. The visitor being the Shakopee Sabers, home team being the Eagan Wildcats. Meet will get started momentarily. I'm looking out on the deck trying to get a gauge of numbers and stuff that are on. My goodness, I was taking a quick count before the meet started, and I quickly counted up approximately 44 to 45 young ladies on the Shakopee team. They are deep, and they're coming at Eagan tonight. I guess would expect to probably only have about 25 kids on their squad. But nonetheless, typically the last couple of years, the Shakopee girls team has been very strong. I have not heard how they have pitted against up. Usually the strongest in the conference the last couple of years has been Prior Lake. I have not seen nor heard how that has gone, if they've swam against each other yet. I'm sure somebody with a deeper Google search than what I can put together can certainly come up with that information. The meet will start here. I hope that everyone at home will be able to hear me. Shakopee will be in lanes 2, 4, and 6 this evening. Eagan will be occupying lanes 1, 3, and 5. And they're off. Let's find out who is swimming here in this first event, the 200-yard medley relay. Let me put on my spectacles here. It's bad enough reading with them on, let alone doing it without. In lane for Shakopee, Kaylee Thiessen, Mackenzie Buto-Smith, Lucy Kelly and Christina Friedel, Rudy Bloom. Sorry, I just got some paperwork handed to me. Annika Swamanthian, Stella Phelps, Haley Craigie in lane 3. Lane 4, Morgan Peterson, Reese Cutts, Julia Parrish, and Jillian Stenzel. And for Shakopee in lane 6, Lily Ruba, a 7th grader. Holy buckets, you don't see that many of those. Sophia Penning, an 8th grader. You see a little few more of those, but not many. And Holly Duong, a senior, and Kaylee Lower. As I was reading off the names, we are now into the breaststroke portion of this 200 medley. Junior varsity is this one. All 3 Shakopee teams have hit the wall, and they're into the butterfly portion of their race.
In lane 3, Stella Phelps from Eagan. In lane 4, Julia Parrish.
Eagan down at least one lap of the pool. And that will send her. She touched the wall, and that will send the butterfly portion for Eagan out. Easily a half a lap down. Lane 4 for Shakopee is coming in for the final touch and off for the 50 free portion of this. Then it's lane 2. Lane 6 will be touching here momentarily. Off she goes.
Lane 2 for Shakopee. Lane 3, Haley Craigie from Eagan. Lane 4, Jillian Stetzel from Shakopee. And lane 6, Kelly Lower.
And for Eagan, their 50 free diver just took off. Meanwhile, Shakopee's first place team is touching the final wall with a 2:18.65. The second place finisher for Shakopee will be lane 2 at a 2:26.13. And lane 6, 2 more strokes, will come in at a 2:34.77. With about a quarter length of the pool left to go here for Eagan. In lane 3, she will hit the wall at a 2:47.76.
And then number 2 is the 200-yard medley relay varsity.
200-yard medley relay varsity is up next. Again, 1, 3, and 5 will be for Eagan. Lanes 2, 4, and 6 will be Shakopee, and it will be like that all night long. And off they go. Backstroke portion of this. All looks clean. Lanes 2, 3, and 4 all touch the wall at approximately the same time. They're all matching each other stroke for stroke. Lanes 5 and 6, stroke for stroke. Shakopee team in lane 4 stretches it out to about a body length, not much further though. Lane 1 touches. She's in the water. The number 1 Shakopee team in lane 4 is starting to stretch it out here. Now it's a race that the second place is the other Shakopee team. Then it's Eagan quickly on her heels. Lane 5 and 6 still neck and neck. Lane 1 right down below me. Halfway point of her breaststroke. Lane 4 for Shakopee really starting to stretch this one out. They've got about a half a pool length lead right now, and they're not slowing down in the butterfly portion. Second place is in lane 2, the other Shakopee team. About a body length and a half or so behind them is lane 3 with Eagan. Shakopee A team, lane 4, hits the wall in the 50 free. She's on her way home. She's got about half pool length lead. Eagan in lane 3, closing in a little bit on lane 2. I think she's going to run out of pool space, so she won't catch her. So Shakopee will take a 1, 2, and 4 finish on this one. Lane 1, a 1:56. Second place, a 2:03. Third place, a 2:05. Fourth place is a 2:10.67. Points gathered for your team are the top 4 finishers. So I will do my best to try and at least give you that much before they start moving on to the next event. And if I have time, I'll be more than happy to follow through on the 5th and 6th place finishes and times that usually they start right in again. So I'll do my best. Next up, the 200 free. Got so wrapped up in the last race that I forgot to mention the names of the young ladies that were in that particular race. So I'll try and get that taken care of here early in a 200-yard free. This is a junior varsity event for Eagan in lane 1, Eden Wolf. Josie Barnfind in lane 2 for Shakopee. Eagan, Zasha Padilla, lane 3 for Eagan. Lane 4 for Shakopee, Gabby Morris. In lane 5, Kate Tieglin for Eagan, and Tessa Laughlin, an 8th grader from Shakopee, in lane 6. Lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5, all within a half a body length of each other. Really not much differentiation. Lanes 1 and 6, pretty close as well. All 4 swimmers on the inside lanes, all neck and neck. Lanes 3, 4, and 5, all very close. Lanes 3 and 4 at the turn, neck and neck. Lanes 2 and 5 falling back just a half a body length. However, those two are neck and neck. Lane 6 is in 5th place on the far side of the pool. And in lane 1, closest to me, is Eagan. I'm not sure how you folks see it at home. Lane 1 is closest to me. Lane 6 is the furthest, the far side of the pool. And I believe that's how you're seeing it. Eagan makes in lane 3 the first flip. Hot on her tail, lane 4. Still a little too early here to get jumpy about who's going to get first place in this one. That's too close to call. Coach Michelson cheering on his young lady there in lane 1. Coming into the home stretch. Now we have lanes 3 and 4. It's going to be a battle. This is what we love to see. Stroke for stroke. Who wants it more? It is going to be Shakopee's going to grab it by a hand, I believe. Lane 4 with a 2:17.24. Lane 3, second place, 2:17.42. And lane 2 comes third place, a 2:19.66. And in fourth place comes lane 5 with a 2:20.36. Fifth place was out in lane 6 at a 2:31. And in lane 1, 6th place with a 2:33. All right, same event, the 200 free. Next up, this is a varsity heat. Allison Luker will be in lane 1 for Eagan. Lane 2, Miranda Francis, a 7th grader from Shakopee. Megan Wall in lane 3 for Eagan. For Shakopee in lane 4, Olivia Wimberger. Malaya Cartier for Eagan in lane 9, and Julia Todd in lane 6 for the Shakopee squad. And we're set. And off they go.
In lane 1 is Allison Luker from Eagan. Lane 2, Miranda Francois from Shakopee. Lane 3, Megan Wall from Eagan. Lane 4, Olivia Wimberger from Shakopee. Lane 5, Malaya Chartier from Eagan. And lane 6, Julia Todd from Shakopee.
Coming out quickly is Shakopee in lane 4. She's got about a half body length lead, followed quickly on her heels by lane 3 and lane 6. Not much distance between any of those. Lanes 1 and 2 close to each other down here. With lane 5 maybe a body length back. Not to worry at this point though. Shakopee in lane 4 will hit the wall first. Lane 6 and lane 3. 3 being Eagan. They both hit the wall at the same time. So at the halfway point, Shakopee's in the lead with second place going to either lane 3 or lane 6. Young lady from Eagan looking strong as well as Shakopee. Lane 4 has stretched it out to a body and a half to maybe 2 body lengths. Eagan, lane 3, hits the wall. Then it's the two Shakopees, lane 2 and 6, hitting the wall at the same time. Lane 5, she flips and turns. Eagan. Shakopee, lane 4, will take this one. Hot on her heels is going to be lane 3, Eagan. The next two finishers are going to be too close to call in lane 2 and 6. Lane 2 will take that one. Then it's lane 6. And it'll be lane 1 and then lane 5. The first place time in this one is a 2:04.31. Second place, 2:06.98. Third place is a 2:11.05. And fourth place, 2:13.07. Next up, this will be a JV heat. It will be the 200-yard let me start over again. The 200-yard IM junior varsity. A down and back of each stroke. The breaststroke, the backstroke, the butterfly, and the free. Set, and off they go. For Eagan, Maddie Gerrans, lane 1, Shakopee in lane 2, Holly Duong. In lane 3, Kate Lebo for Eagan, Shakopee, lane 4, Regan Wetzel. Bailey Schmidt in lane 5, and Risha Sethi in lane 6 for Shakopee. For Shakopee in lane 2, they have a no time, and in lane 6, Shakopee, they have a no times registered, which means they're probably new to it and haven't gotten an opportunity to swim this event yet, so they're trying to establish a baseline time. Eagan in lane 3 and lane 5 are ahead of this one. Lane 5 makes the flip first. Very quickly right after that is lane 3, and down here in lane 1 is in third place. So in first, second, and third place at the halfway point is all Eagan. In lanes 2, 4, and 6, Shakopee. Eagan lane 3 flips first, then it's lane 5. Then it's lane 1. Shakopee lane 4 does her flip. Eagan moving along quite nicely, still in the 1, 2, and 3 spot. However, Shakopee in lane 4 may be taking over the third spot as her breaststroke is coming along nicely. Lane 3, lane 5. There's about a 1-stroke difference between these two young ladies into the 50 free. So we'll see which of these two stretches it out or if it stays a close heat. Shakopee in lane 4 made a lot of gains in the breaststroke, so she's now in third place. There's not going to be enough pool length to catch anybody else, so she will eventually take third. The race is coming down to, and it looks like lane 3. Katie Lebo is going to take this one, then it's out to lane 5 with Bailey Schmidt, who will take second place. Lane 3, a 2:45. Lane 5 in second place with a 2:49.29. Third place will be Shakopee in lane 4 with a 2:56.75. Down here in lane 1 right beneath me, a little over 3 minutes, and it will be a 3:05.55. That's fourth place. Next up here in about a quarter pool length, it will be Shakopee lane 2. And she will register in with a new established time of 3:23.55. And in lane 6, she is establishing a time as well at a 3:34.60. All right, same event, Heat 2, Varsity, the 200 individual medley. Set, and off they go. A clean start. The butterfly portion of this starts off this event. This is always an interesting race, is that you get to maybe good or at two events. Maybe the breaststroke is a struggle, but you can make up a lot of ground if you're a good breaststroker or a butterflyer. It can make the difference that even if you're behind or ahead, it can still be lost or gained at any point, depending on your stroke and what you're good at. Shakopee, lane 2. And Shakopee, lane 4, ahead on this one. Lane 3 for Eagan, holding her own. Into the breaststroke portion of this race. Lane 6 makes her flip. She's into the breaststroke. Next will be lane 5 for Eagan. And down lane 1. Lane 4 has gained on lane 2, both Shakopee girls. Now the young lady in lane 4 has pulled ahead by maybe a half a body length. They both hit the wall. It's going to be a race between those two. We'll see who's better at this particular evening in the 50 free. Eagan, lane 3. Hopefully she'll be able to gain some ground here. Still too close to call in lane 2 and 4. Who's going to get this one? I'm sitting right at the line of maybe lane 2. Yes. A 2:20.08. Second place, a 2:20.61. Eagan, lane 3, a 2:24.22. Not bad at all. Lane 6 will come in next with a 2:34.47. Then it's going to be Eagan, lane 5, which will be a 2:42.10, and in lane 1 at 2:44.75. All right. A 50-yard free is up next. This is fast. It's furious. A lot of water gets splashing on this one. Hopefully I can get the names in here quick. This will be a 50-yard free. This will be a 3-person junior varsity swim-a-thon. Ruby Bloom for Eagan, the 9th grader, will be in lane 1. Lane 3, Haley Craigie, and Annika Swaminathan, a 9th grader for Eagan. This is an all-Eagan heat. So off they go.
In lane 1 is Ruby Bloom from Eagan. In lane 2, Haley Craigie from Eagan. In lane 4.
In lane 5, the last name Swaminathan, Swaminatham. What a great name for a swimmer. And as we're looking across it, she probably is going to take first place with a time of a 33:55. Lane 3 is second, 34.84, and in lane 1, a 38.41. Another exhibition heat. Heat 2 will be Lily Ryba for Shakopee, Megan Labashane in lane 3 for Eagan, Callie Lore, a 9th grader from Shakopee, and Sophia Penning for Shakopee in lane 6. Shakopee, Eagan, Shakopee, Shakopee. Clean start again.
In lane 2 is Bertrida from Shakopee. In lane 3, Megan Lavishanya from Eagan. Lane 4, Kelly Moore from Shakopee. Lane 6, Sophia Penny from Shakopee.
After this particular race, there will be one more junior varsity heat. First place looks like it might go to lane 4, and it does, only by a couple of fingernails. That's a 31.83. Second place, 32.23. Third place, 32.33. And in fourth place, 33.78. So a very close race throughout. We'd love to see that competition. That takes us to the varsity portion of this one. The 50 free varsities, Molly Tolick, Carly Schumacher in lane 2. Lane 3, Amanda Gordon for Eagan, Ariana Zellen, lane 4 for Shakopee. Lucy Norman in lane 5, Eagan, and Michaela Hansen for Shakopee. Lanes 2, 4, and 5 all hit the wall at the same time. Lane 4, about a body half, 2 body lengths, maybe stretching it to 3. She should win this one walking away, or swimming away. Lane 2 and 6. First place takes a 28.99. Second place takes a 30.18. Third place takes a 30.85. Fourth place takes a 31.86. Fifth place in lane 6. Oh, I'm sorry. Fifth place in lane 1 with a 32.39. And in sixth place, lane 5, 33.39. And now they've given me yet another race. One of them didn't get it. Wasn't listed on my program. So let's go through this again. Molly Tolick, lane 1. Carly Schumacher, lane 2. Amanda Gordon, Ariana Zellen, Lucy Norman, and Michaela Hansen. My apologies, I didn't realize that we had another race in there. The first place finish on this one takes a 24.09, a fantastic swim. Second place at 27.27. Third place, lane 6, 28.46. And fourth place, 28.71. Fifth place, a 29.15. And the close lane at lane 1 is a 30.79. Not bad times for a mid-season swim. The girls are probably exhausted at this point. They're probably right in the middle of their season. They're having long days, early mornings, later nights, probably lifting weights along with swimming. Then they're probably getting homework and academics taken care of. At least we're certainly hoping so. But for times like that, that's not bad at all, getting themselves prepped and set for the taper portion of the season once they get there. Up next is going to be the diving portion of this meet. So what will happen here is they will take a 10 minutes to give it a little warm up. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or 11 girls from Shakopee. And it looks like 4, 7 or 8 here from Eagan, so it's going to be a little bit. Let's plan on being back in about 9 to 10 minutes, so get yourselves a soft drink, a quick little bite for dinner, and we will hear you back in 10 minutes. You're listening to ETV on the worldwide stream with microphone and ETV.
As the divers are warming up, I will read the order of dives for the night. It will be Ella Bailey in number 1.
Number 2 is Katie Gahn. Number 3, Martha Martinez. Number 4, Asia Shah. Number 5 is Jenna Tegland. Number 6 is Aubrey Cox. Number 7 is Hansan Truong. Number 8 is Kaylee Anderson. Number 9 is Ellery Jones. Number 10 is Isla Topke. Number 11 is Julia Schluter. Number 12 is Emily Rao. Number 13 is Lily Rodriguez. Number 14 is Lizzie Ramsey. Number 15 is Gwen Herka. Number 16 is Eliana Sagstetter. Number 17 is Olivia Madden. And number 18 is Ellie Leisure. next portion of our meet. Just a reminder that as the dives are read, to please be quiet until the dive is completed. Judges, let me know when you're ready. Okay, our first diver of the evening is Ella Bailey from Eagan. She'll be doing a 401C inward dive tuck 1.4. The dive for Ella, okay, I will repeat the order of the dives. First up, Ella Bailey. Number 2, Katie Gaughan. Number 3, Martha Martinez. Number 4, Asia Shah. Number 5, Jenna Tegland. Number 6, Aubrey Cox. Number 7, Hansang Truong. Number 8, Kaylee Anderson. Number 9, Ellery Jones. Number 10, Isla Tabke. 11, Julia Schluter. 12, Emily Rao. 13, Lily Rodriguez. 14, Lily Ramsey. 15, Gwen Herka. 16, Eliana Sagstetter. 17, Olivia Madden. And 18, and our final diver is Ellie Leisure.
All right,
First
welcome
up
back
is Ella Bailey
to the
from
diving
Eagan,
portion of it.
diving
Welcome
a
to the swim gym that
401C
is
inward dive
Dakota
tuck
Hills Middle School.
1.4.
Our first diver will be Ella Bailey from Eagan.
Scores are 3, 4.5, 4.5, and 4. Next up, Katie Gaughan will be doing a 202C back 1 somersault tuck 1.5 on deck, Martha Martinez.
Katie Gaughan is up next, also from Eagan. Our hope here tonight is that you're hearing what the dives are going to be through the PA speaker that they're using here. If I try to talk it and tell them what's going on, I just speak over it and nobody hears anything.
Scores are 4, 2.5, and 3. Next up is Martha Martinez diving a 201A back dive straight 1.7. On deck is Asia Shah.
She'll put together 2 dives tonight. A 9th grader. Very nice. 4,
Scores are
4.5,
4.5, 4.5. Next up is Asia Shah diving a 101A forward dive straight 1.4. On deck is Jenna Tegland.
Asia Shah.
Scores are 3.5, 3, and 4. Next up is Jenna Tegland. She'll be doing a 402C inward dive 1 somersault tuck 1.6. On deck is Aubrey Cox.
Jenna Tegland for Eagan is up next. Junior. She'll be doing 3 dives tonight.
Scores are 4,
5.5,
4.5. Next up is Aubrey Cox. She'll be doing a 101C forward dive tuck 1.2. On deck is Hansang Truong.
For Shakopee, Aubrey Cox will be up next. Did not have a grade on that young lady.
Scores are 4,
3.5,
3.5. Next up is Hansang Truong diving a 103B forward 1.5 somersault pike.
Hansang Truong.
1.7. On deck is Kaylee Anderson.
Sophomore. She'll be doing 3 dives tonight. That looked very nice. 4.5, 4.5, 5.
4.5, 5. Next up is Kaylee Anderson. She's doing a 101A forward dive straight 1.4. On deck is Ellery Jones.
Kelly Anderson for Shakopee. She'll be doing 2 dives tonight.
Scores are 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. Next up is Ellery Jones. She's doing a 401B inward dive pike, 1.5. On deck is Isla Topke.
Ellery Jones, a junior for Eagan. She'll be doing 3 dives tonight.
Scores are 5,
4.5,
4.5, and 5. Next up is Isla Topke diving a 101C forward dive tuck, 1.2. On deck is Julia Schluter.
Isla Topke for Shakopee up next.
Scores are 3.5, 3, and 3.
3.
Next up is Julia Schluter diving a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. On deck is Emily Rao.
Julia Schluter for Eagan, junior. Up next. Doing a back dive.
Scores are 5, 5.5,
6.5.
6.5. Next up is Emily Rao diving a 101B forward dive pike, 1.3. Next up is Lily Rodriguez.
Emily Rao for Shakopee. Five and a half,
5, and 5.5. Next up is Lily Rodriguez diving a 102C forward 1 somersault tuck, 1.4. On deck is Lizzie Ramsey.
Up for Eagan, Lily Rodriguez.
Scores are 4, 3.5, 4.5.
4.5.
Next up is Lizzie Ramsey diving a 103C forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6.
For Shakopee.
Next up is Gwen Herka.
Lizzie Ramsey. Four and a half, 4, 5.5.
4, 5.5. Gwen Herka is up next. She is diving a 102B forward 1 somersault pike, 1.5. Next up is Eliana Sagstetter.
Gwen Herka for Eagan. Four and a half,
5, and 5. Eliana will be doing a 103B forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. On deck is Olivia Madden.
Eliana Sagstetter for Shakopee. Eliana. 5, 5.5, 5.5.
5.5, 5.5. Up next is Olivia Madden. She'll be doing a 101B forward dive pike, 1.3. Up next is Ellie Leisure.
For Eagan, Olivia Madden.
Scores are 4, 3, and 4. Ellie Leisure will be doing a 103B forward 1.5 somersault
will
pike,
be up next
1.7.
for Shakopee. Four and a half, 5.5.
4.5, and 5.5. That concludes our first round of diving. First up for our second round is Martha Martinez. She will be doing a 202C back 1 somersault tuck, 1.5. On deck is Asya Shah.
Martha Martinez will do her second and final dive of the evening. A 9th grader for Eagan. 3.5,
Scores are
4,
3.5, 4, and 4. Up next is Asya Shah. She'll be doing a 102C forward 1 somersault tuck, 1.4.
Asya
On
Shah
deck is Jenna Tegland.
will be doing her final dive of the evening, her second and final.
Scores are
3.5, 3, 3.5.
3.5. Up next is Jenna Tegland diving a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. On deck is Aubrey Cox.
Jenna Tegland for Eagan, her second dive.
Scores are 4,
4,
4,
and
and 5. Up next is Aubrey Cox. She'll be doing a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. On deck is Han-San Truong.
Aubrey Cox for Shakopee will be doing her last dive of the evening.
Scores are 3, 3, and 3.
3, and 3.
Next up is Han-San Truong. She'll be diving a 104B forward 2 somersault pike, 2.3. On deck is Kaylee Anderson.
Han-San Truong, the sophomore for Eagan. Four and a half,
Scores are 4.5, 3, and
4.
4. Up next is Kaylee Anderson. She'll be diving a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. On deck is Ellery Jones.
Kaylee Anderson will be taking her last dive of the evening for Shakopee. Three, 2.5,
Scores are 3, 2.5, and 3. Ellery Jones will be diving a 302C reverse 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. On deck is Isla Topke.
Ellery Jones for Eagan, junior.
Scores
4,
are
2.5,
4,
4.
2, and 4. Isla Topke will be diving a 102C forward 1 somersault tuck, 1.4. On deck is Julia Schluter.
Isla Topke for Shakopee. Three and a half.
Scores are
3,
3.5,
4.
3, and 4. Julia Schluter will be diving a 403C inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2.
Julia
On deck
Schluter
is Emily Rao.
for Eagan. Three and a half,
3.5, 3,
4.
and 4. Emily Rao will be diving a 103B forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. On deck is Lily Rodriguez.
Emily Rao, Shakopee.
Scores are 5, 5, and 5.
5, 5, 5, and 5.
Lily Rodriguez will be diving a
Lily
103C
Rodriguez for
forward
Eagan.
1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. On deck is Lizzie Ramsey. Scores are 4, 4, 4.5. Lizzie Ramsey will be diving a 104C forward 2 somersault tuck, 2.2. On deck is Gwen Hurka.
For Shakopee, Lizzie Ramsey.
Scores are 3, 2.5, and 4. Gwen Herka will be diving a 103B forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. On deck is Eliana Sagstetter.
Gwen Herka for Eagan. Up next. Waste no time. 5.5, 4.5, 5.5.
4.5, 5.5. Eliana Sagstetter will be diving a 104C forward 2 somersault tuck, 2.2.
Eliana
Deck
Sagstetter.
is Olivia Madden.
Four and a half,
5.5. Olivia will be diving a 102B forward 1 somersault pike, 1.5.
Olivia for Eagan.
On deck is Ellie Lever.
Junior. For her second dive of the evening.
Scores are 4, 4.5, 4.5.
4.5, 4.5, and 4.
Ellie will be diving a 105C forward 2.5 somersault tuck, 2.4.
Ellie Lever
2.4.
for Shakopee.
Scores are 3.5, 4.5, and 5.
5.
That concludes our second round of diving. Starting our third round will be Jenna Teglin diving a 5211A back dive half twist straight, 1.8. On deck is Aubrey Cox.
Back to the top we go for round 3, and this will be Jenna Teglin's final dive of the evening for Eagan.
Scores are 4, 6, and 6. Next up is Hansan Trong. I apologize, I got the order wrong. Hansan will be doing a 5221D back 1 somersault half
Eagan
twist
next.
straight free, 1.7. On deck is Ellery Jones.
Hansan Truong. It'll be her final dive of the evening as well.
Scores are 4, 4.5, 4.5. Ellery Jones will be doing a 303C reverse 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.1. On deck is Isla Topke.
Ellery Jones for Eagan, the junior. Her final dive of the evening. Three and a half.
Scores are
4.5,
4.5, 4.5. Isla will be diving a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. On deck is Julia Schluter.
Isla for Shakopee. Be her third dive of the evening.
Scores are 4.5, 4, and 4. Julia will be doing a 104C forward 2 somersault tuck, 2.2. On deck is Emily Rao.
Julia Schluter for Eagan. Her final dive of the evening. My goodness, haven't seen that many spins in the air in a while.
Scores are
5, 6, and 6. Good for her.
Emily will be doing a 201B back dive pike, 1.6. On deck is Lily Rodriguez.
Emily Rao for Shakopee.
Scores are 4.5,
5.5,
5.5. Lily will be doing a 301C reverse dive tuck. 1.6. On deck is Lizzie Ramsey.
This apparently is Lily Rodriguez for Eagan.
Scores are 5,
5,
and 4.5. Lizzie will be doing a 51-22D forward 1 somersault 1 twist free. 1.9. On deck is Gwen Herka.
Lizzie Ramsey for Shakopee. Four and a half,
Scores are 4.5, 4.5, and 5. Gwen will be doing a 202A back 1 somersault straight. 1.7. On deck is Eliana Sagstetter.
Gwen Herka for Eagan, junior.
Scores are 4
and 4.
and 4. Eliana will be doing a 301C reverse dive tuck. 1.6. On deck is Olivia Madden.
Eliana for Shakopee.
Scores are
7,
6 and a
half.
half.
Very nice for her.
Olivia will be doing a 401B inward dive pike. 1.5. On deck is Ellie Leisure.
Olivia Madden for Eagan. Let's see what she can put together here.
Scores are 5.5,
4.5,
4.5, and 5. 5.5. Next up is Ellie Leisure doing a 51-32D 51-32D forward 1.5 somersault 1 twist free 2.2.
Ellie Leisure for Shakopee. Four and a half.
Scores are 4.5, 4,
5.
and 5. That concludes our third round of diving. Starting off our fourth round is Isla Tabke. She'll be doing a 52-11A back dive half twist straight, 1.8. On deck is Emily Rao.
Isla Tabke will lead it off for the Sabers.
Scores are 4, 3, 3.5.
3.5.
Emily will be doing a 401B inward dive pike, 1.5. On deck, Lily Rodriguez.
Emily Rao for Shakopee. Five and a half, 5.5, 5.5.
Scores are 5.5, 5.5, and 5.5. Lily will be doing a 201A back dive straight, 1.7. On deck is Lizzie Ramsey.
Lily Rodriguez for Eagan, 10th grader.
Scores are 5,
4.
5, and 4. Lizzie will be doing a 202C back 1 somersault tuck, 1.5. On deck is Gwen Herka.
Lizzie Ramsey for Shakopee.
Scores
4.5,
are
4.5,
4.5, and 5.5. Gwen will be doing a 401B inward dive pike, 1.5. On deck is Eliana Sagstetter.
Gwen Herka for Eagan, wasting no time.
Scores are
5, 4, and 4.
Eliana will be doing a 401B inward dive pike, 1.5. On deck is Olivia Madden.
Eliana for Shakopee.
Scores are
4.5, 5.5.
5.5. Olivia will be doing a 402C inward 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. On deck is Ellie Leisure.
Olivia Madden for Eagan, the junior.
Scores are 4.5, 6, and 5.5. Ellie will be doing a 401B inward dive pike, 1.5. On deck is Isla Tabke.
Ellie Leisure for Shakopee. Very smooth. And the scores show at 5.5, 8, 7.5.
That concludes our 4th round of diving. Starting our 5th round is Isla Tabke doing a 202C back 1 somersault tuck, 1.5. On deck is Emily Rao.
Starting round 5, back to the top. Isla Tabke for Shakopee.
Scores
4,
are 4,
3.5,
3.5. Emily will be doing a 52-21D back 1 somersault half twist free, 1.7. On deck is Lily Rodriguez.
For Shakopee, Emily Rao. Emily Rao.
Scores are 5, 5.5. Lily will be doing a 202C back 1 somersault tuck, 1.5. On deck is Lizzie Ramsey.
Lily Rodriguez for Eagan.
Scores are 4, 3.5,
4.5 for young Lily.
Next up is Lizzie. She'll be doing a 401B inward dive pike, 1.5. On deck is Gwen Herka.
Lizzie for Shakopee.
Scores are 5, 4, and 5. Gwen will be doing a 402C inward 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. On deck, Eliana Sagstetter.
Gwen Herka for Eagan.
Scores are 5, 4.5. Eliana will be doing a 403C inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. On deck, Olivia Madden.
Eliana Sagstetter for Shakopee.
Scores are
5
6, 5, and 6. Olivia will be doing a 201A back dive straight, 1.6. On deck, Ellie Leisure.
Olivia Madden for Eagan.
Scores are
3.5.
3.5. Ellie will be doing a 403C inward 1.5 somersault tuck. 2.2 on deck is Isla Tabke.
Isla Leisure, or Ellie Leisure, I'm sorry. Ellie Leisure for Shakopee. A nice dive for her, a 6.5, and 5.5.
That concludes our 5th round of diving.
To the final round
Starting
we
our
go.
6th and final round is Isla Tabke doing a 401C inward dive tuck, 1.4.
Isla Tabke will lead it off for us. The final dives of the evening for each of these girls.
Scores are 3, 3.5,
3.5, and 4.5.
Emily will be doing a 51-22D
Emily
forward
Rao.
1 somersault 1 twist free, 1.9. On deck is Lily Rodriguez.
Emily Rao for Shakopee.
Scores are 4.5, 5, and 5.5. Lily will be doing a 401C inward dive tuck, 1.4. On deck is Lizzie Ramsey.
Lily Rodriguez for Eagan.
Scores are 4, and 4. Lizzie will be diving a 403C inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. On deck is Gwen Herka.
Lily Ramsey for Shakopee.
Scores are 2.5, 2, and 3.5. Gwen will be doing a 51-21D forward 1 somersault half twist free, 1.7. On deck is Eliana Sagstetter.
Gwen Herka for Eagan.
Scores are 5,
and 5.
Eliana will be doing a 201A
For Shakopee,
back
Eliana.
dive straight, 1.7. On deck is Olivia Madden. Scores are 6,
5.5,
and 6. Olivia will be doing a 52-11A back dive half twist straight, 1.8. On deck, Ellie Leisure.
Olivia Madden for Eagan, her final dive of the evening, the junior.
Scores are
3.5,
3.5. And our final dive of the evening will be Ellie Leisure doing a 203C back 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. I'm sorry, 2.0.
Last diver of the evening, Miss Ellie Leisure from Shakopee. And a nice way to end it. 4.5.
Scores are 4.5, 4.5,
5.5.
Nice job to all of our divers. We'll be taking approximately a 10-minute break to allow our swimmers to warm up, and we'll be announcing our diving results.
With that takes care of the diving portion of this meet, an extended one with all the girls that are participating. So they're taking now a 10-minute break to let the swimmers get back and warm up, grease up their elbows and shoulders, and we shall return in 10. Welcome back to the swim gym. After me wrestling with my reading glasses and getting my headsets back on, we're ready to start the second half of this meet, and this portion of the meet will start off with the 100 butterfly. One that exhausts me even watching it. This will be a junior varsity heat, all Shakopee event. Mallory Wicks, Josie Burfind, and Izzy Larios. This will be heat 1 of 2. Again, this is an all Shakopee event. All three off to a clean start.
In lane 2 is Mallory Wicks from Shakopee.
And this is 100 down and back twice.
From Shakopee. In lane 6 is Izzy Larios from Shakopee.
All three cruising along quite nicely. Lane 4 touches the wall first, then it's lane 6 and 2. With nearly a body length between any of them. All three at about the 52 to 55 second on the final turn. Coming home, all three will be north of a minute. Lane 4 is going to be coming in first, and she's going to come in with a 1:07.59, followed by a 1:08.84 in lane 6, and in lane 2 a 1:32. I'm sorry, a 1:13.28. This is the varsity heat. There's only one heat of this. Tara Lee for Eagan, lane 1. Brooklyn Schumacher, lane 2 for Shakopee. Teresa Gotti, lane 3 for Eagan. Adriana Gorder, lane 4, Shakopee. Sasha Padilla, lane 5. Carly Schumacher, lane 6. Schumacher's in lane 2 and 6. Don't know if they're sisters or related. Brooklyn being in lane 2. Carly, lane 6. I just want to make sure I don't get names screwed up. Out of the gate. The young lady in lane 2 has a slight lead over the rest of the field, followed by her lane 4 counterpart, who is tied at this point. It looks like with lane 3 for Eagan, putting up a really nice fight in this one. Lane 1 and 5 are about dead even. And lane 6 holding her out there on the far lane. Who is Eagan? In lane 3 is in second place. Lane 2 is in first place. It's going to be a lane 2, lane 3, lane 4. And then lane 6, first place, takes a 1:06.16. Lane 2, a 1:06.37. Third place goes to 1:08.75 out in lane 6. And in fourth place, a 1:09.58.
100-yard freestyle junior varsity heat 1 of 1.
This will be the 100-yard freestyle down and back twice, doing the free. Jillian Stenzel will be in lane 1. Paige Tolek will be in lane 3. I'm sorry, Jillian Stenzel will be in lane 2. Paige Tolek, lane 3. Sophia Studnicka in lane 4. Bryn Williams, lane 5. And Mackenzie Buteau Smith will be in lane 6.
Lane 3 is Paige Talbot from Eagan. Lane 4 is Sophia Studnicka from Shakopee. Lane 5 is Bryn Williams from Eagan. And lane 6 is Mackenzie Vito-Smith from Shakopee.
Lane 2, Shakopee, and lane 4 dead heat, with lane 3 and Eagan right on their tail. Shaping out at this point to be a nice. Lanes 2 and 3 flip at the exact same time. Lane 1 got about a body and one half length lead over lanes 3 and 2. Coming into the home stretch, Shakopee lane 4, Eagan lane 3, and then Shakopee lane 2. Then it will be 6 for Shakopee and lane 5 for Eagan. First place takes a 1:01.89. Second place a 1:04.30. Third place a 1:06.60. Fourth place hits the wall at a 1:11.89.
Great job, swimmers. Up next is event 14, the 100-yard freestyle varsity, heat 1 of 1.
Next up, the 100 varsity free. Down and back twice. Allison Luker, lane 1. Maddie Hansen, lane 2. Malaya Cartier, lane 3. Erica Schroeder, lane 4. Amanda Gordon for Eagan, lane 5. And Grace Krautrimmer.
Lane 4 is Erica Schroeder from Shakopee. Lane 5 is Amanda Gordon from Eagan. And lane 6 is Grace Krautrimmer from Shakopee.
Well, we're under a 50 on this one. The young lady from Shakopee has got a dominating lead at this point. Lane 2 and lane 6. 2, 4, and 6, all Shakopee. Lane 1, then lane 3, and then lane 5 for Eagan. The young lady from Shakopee in lane 4 has got about a half a pool length lead over everybody. She's going to be well under a minute. A nice swim for her. Lane 2 is going to come in second with a 51.81, took first place. That's a nice swim. Lane 2 gets second, 57.95. Lane 6, not registered time yet. I know she came in a 1:05.52.
Congratulations to our first.
And as I'm looking up, I think we got ourselves a pool record here
Erica Schroeder from Shakopee.
in lane 4
Record at our pool.
at the 100 free. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we do. Congratulations to her. A 51.81 overtakes a 52.73 record set back by Miss Akrati in 2001. Fantastic job. Congratulations to her. That's putting in a day's work and effort right there. As she tries getting out of the pool and falls back in again. All right, we'll let it slip. So that's wonderful. Congratulations to her. She took first, let me remind, the second place, 57.95. Third place, a 1:02.41. Fourth place goes to a 1:03.66. Fifth place, a 1:04.38. And in sixth place, a 1:05.52. All right, as we catch our breath after that one, sit back in your Barca lounges at home or on your lawn chair, wherever you're listening from, and sit back. We're going to be taking in a 500. A 500 free junior varsity, and as I'm looking at the times, there's 3 no times, all being from Shakopee. And the fastest for Eagan is a Molly Tullock. She's scheduled in at 6:39, and Stella Phelps scheduled in at 7 minutes flat. So you've got some time to watch. You've got some time to get the start. Get up, get yourself a beverage, or do whatever else. Be back in about 6.5 minutes, and you'll see the finals.
Apologies to Ariana Zelland, who is our record breaker from Shakopee. Congratulations on your win and your record.
Erica Schroeder, if she returns next year. Oh, she's a senior this year, so she probably won't be back here. But if she chooses to make the journey from Shakopee over to Eagan High School, she'll say her name up on the board next year. With a scheduled end or a finish time of a 51:81. That's always fun to see. You don't get to see many of those numbers change throughout a season. And if she hasn't even hit taper yet, so she's got a bright future coming at her in the next couple of weeks to a month. As I understand it, the Eagan High School team is going to be taking off to Duluth this weekend. Not sure if it's a dual meet or if it's a multi-team meet, but they're going to go up and do a little team stuff swim. So they're looking forward to that. And off we go in the 500. In the junior varsity, I'll give you the names. Morgan Peterson, Molly Tolick for Eagan, Natalie George, the 8th grader from Shakopee, Stella Phelps, a 9th grader from Eagan, and Christina Fidel, the junior from Shakopee. So let's sit back and enjoy. Throughout the season, I've been trying to get some information from the girls in regards to things that have happened to them and where they might be going to college or things they enjoy about swimming or don't enjoy. Foods they got. So my investigative staff got on it and got 2 responses out of some young ladies, and I'll try and go through some of those as long as we've got the 500. One of them, our respondents, was Megan Wall, and I'll try and do my best here to find on my phone. It was sent on my phone. I wish I had them on a straight up piece of paper, the old school way. But
all right, I will now announce the diving results.
now this is from
In
Megan
6th
Wall.
place
Her
with a
favorite
score
team.
of 115.10 is Olivia Madden from Eagan. In 5th place with a score of 118.60 is Lily Rodriguez. In 4th place with a score of 130.25 is Lizzie Ramsey. In 3rd place with a score of 135.85 is Gwen Herka. In 2nd place with a score of 178.85 is Eliana Sagstutter. And in 1st place with a score of 184.80 is Ellie Leisure. Congrats to our divers.
All right. I took a quick pause and time out. There is our Eagan TV staff members kind of got me to pay attention that they were giving the scores and the divers' placings. So I'm hoping that you heard that. Congratulations to those divers. That was enjoyable to watch. As the girls on the 500 right now are about just short, well, are at about the halfway point right now. So I'll tell you what, I'll go through. I got some information from a young Miss Megan Wall in regards to her experience here at the swim and dive program at Eagan. Her favorite team memory, a camp-out sleepover this past August, and her section finals sophomore year when her 4x100 free relay qualified for state. That was one of her enjoyable memories. One of her pre-meet snacks is goldfish and Gatorade. There's amping it up right there. Most adventurous thing that they've done, summer science canoeing trip with school this past June. They spent 8 days in Lake of the Woods in Canada. That would be an adventure. I'd even love to do something like that. Although I'm not sure my body could handle it anymore. Maybe in my younger days. The best advice she's gotten is do your best because your best is enough. Advice for future athletes. Each day in practice has highs and lows, but you can't let the lows bring the day down. That was from captain Megan Wall, sharing a little bit of her experience with the Eagan High School swim team. And from all the swim meets that I've been a part of, and 3 kids of my own in a swim program, and listening to all the things that the kids enjoyed, I'm shocked and surprised. Some of them do thrive on the actual competition itself, but their best memories really are things that are happening outside the pool. The team activities that they have, the friends that they make, the situations they're in, the places they go. There's just as much of this athletics outside of the actual activity as there is inside of it, and sometimes even more for most. So that's a good thing. It's a reason why we have high school sports. We're into lap 16. I will see if I can kind of pull us up to speed here. It looks like lane 4 is on lap 17. Lane 3 is on lap 17. Lane 2 is on lap 17. Lane 5 is in lap 15 and 16. Nobody in lane 1, and lane 6 is on lap 17. All right, lap 19 and 20. Lane 4 is going to get the bell, which means it's her last time down and back. Lane 2, last time down and back for her as well. Lane 3 for Eagan does her final flip on the close end. Lane 6 is in her last final down and back. And coming in lane 4 will be Shakopee, and she will finish with a time of 6:15:37. So if I said you were back in 6.5 minutes, you were a little short, so was I. Second place will go to 6:23:83 in lane 2. Eagan will pull a solid third in lane 3, and she will come with a 6:33:62. And in lane 6, a 6:42:20. And in lane 5, she's into the last 15 yards. And she will settle in with a 6:59:20. So she broke the 7-minute mark. Good for her. A couple of sportsmanship handshakes there. Out of the pool they come, and we'll get set for the varsity.
Our next event is event 16, the 500-yard freestyle varsity team 101.
This will be the varsity. 500 free again. Kate Lebo for Eagan is lane 1. Haley Curran will be in lane 2 for Shakopee. Clara Kenseth, Eagan's top swimmer in the 500, will be in lane 3. Miranda Francis, lane 4 for Shakopee. Bailey Schmidt, lane 5, the senior from Eagan. And Julia Parrish, an 8th grader,
Lane 4, Miranda Francois from Shakopee.
for lane 6.
Lane 5, Bailey Schmidt from Eagan. In lane 6, Julia Parrish from Shakopee.
Last year, Clara Kenseth had a bit of a rough season. She had some injuries that she had to nurse and get through the season. Got back in the pool later in the season, was able to pull together a pretty solid finish of what I thought, considering the season. But she is Eagan's top swimmer, and probably going to be one of the top swimmers coming into the sections 3A later on in November. Out of the gate, she's looking to put up a nice steady pace, and she's doing well. The young lady from lane 4 and Shakopee is right on her heels. Nobody's panicking at this point. Lane 2, not far behind that either. Then in lane 5 would be at current 4th place. And then 5th and 6th place are on the outside. in lane 1 and 6, respectively. Claire for Eagan, Claire Kenseth again. She's got about a 2.5, 3-body lead at the current pace. Looking strong. Lane 4 and then lane 2. I would say she's probably got a 4-body length lead over her counterpart from Shakopee, and then the other one in lane 2 from Shakopee. She's probably got close to just short of a half a pool length lead over her. So again, Claire coming at it quite strong. And I'm not sure at this point if Eagan has had any other first place finishes tonight, so hopefully Claire can pull that for the Eagan Wildcats and get their first place finish of the evening. The last couple of years, Shakopee has proven to be a formidable foe in the South Suburban Conference. They continue to put up participation numbers as they're well into the 40s, as we talked a little bit at the beginning of the program. But always a solid program, and they swim a very tough section. So I'm not sure how they'll match up in theirs, but nonetheless, they got a tough section and a tough road to hoe there. Not sure how they're doing as a team this year. If I had to make a speculated guess, they're probably easily in the top half, with Prior Lake and Rosemount and Lakeville North, if my memory serves, are probably rounding out the top half. Eagan having a bit of a rough season from a standpoint of where the team is at. I know they had lost a series of them. They beat Burnsville, one of the first meets of the season, and then after that, while the wheels necessarily haven't come off, they're definitely flat tires anyway. Not quite running on the rims though. And I believe, if my memory serves as well, they've got one more home meet. For those of you who come back to listen to that, that'll bring us together one more time, and I think the final time for the season. For those of you who enjoy the broadcast, let the swim program know. Let the athletic director at Eagan know. Let ETV know. They must have emails out there someplace if you search them up. If you guys think the guy doing the announcing is a clown, let them know that too. That's enough out of the crowd. It's supposed to be a delayed response. So we have a 7-second delay here. Bunch of Weisenheimers in the background. So I'll take and follow through as long as we've got, we're down to one last lap here. For crying out loud, I got to yammering away and I lost track of the laps that they were on. Claire Kenseth, she's got about easily a half a pool length lead over her next competitor. She's in the home stretch. And at her last flip, she was at a 5:22. So she's going to be somewhere around the 5:36, 37 mark here. Not a bad time mid-season. And that is it, a 5:37.54 for a first place finish for our hometown Cats from Claire Kenseth. It's coming in second will be lane 4 from Shakopee with a 5:51, 5:49.14. I'm sorry, I was going up the wrong side of the board there. A third place finish with a 5:59.02. Fourth place finish is going to come in with a 6:08.39. Fifth place, a 6:08.53. And our sixth place finisher got a half a pool length to go. Tara Lee was our other captain that chimed in. And the 6th place finish is a 6:30.79. Tara Lee, when I get to it, will be the young lady that responded as well, and I'm hopefully to get to those during the breaststroke and the backstroke. So we're just done with the 5. Now we got the 200 free relay. 200 free relay. Let me find my glasses here. Oh, they're on top of my head. Starting to lose it here late in the game. All right, the 200-yard freestyle junior varsity. Lots of names to cover here in a short amount of time to do it. For Eagan in lane 1, Ella Bailey, Lily Rodriguez, Asa Shaw, Ellery Jones. That looks like a diver relay to me. Shakopee, lane 2, Sophia Penning, Reagan Witzel, Tessa Laughlin, and Callie Lohr. Lane 3, Eagan, Asha McCauley, Haley Craigie, Ruby Bloom, and Brenna Williams. Shakopee, lane 4. Mackenzie Buteau Smith, Lucy Kelly, Reese Cutts, and Kaylee Thiessen. For Eagan, lane 5, Olivia Madden, Jenna Teagland, Gwen Hurka, Huan Song Trong. That's a diver relay. And in lane 6, Lily Ryba, Rishi Sethi, Jillian Stenzel, and Holly Duong in lane 6 for the Shakopeans. Lane 4 for Shakopee is in front on this one. Lane 4 and lane 2 are ahead of everybody. Lane 3 for Eagan. In she goes. Lane 5. In she goes. Down in lane 1. Hit the wall. There she goes. Mass chaos in the pool. Shakopee is leading both lanes 1, 4, and 2, respectively. Lane 6 is in, so it's an all Shakopee in this one, 1, 2, and 3. In 4th place is lane 3 at current, Eagan. Lane 5 coming in at 5th place at current. And in 6th place is going to be Eagan here, and right down in front of me at lane 1. In she goes. Up she pops and off she goes. 1st place finish for 159.92. 2nd place, 202.56. A 209.72 comes in 3rd place. Lane 3, a 219.97 in lane 4. Those are your top 4 finishers. And the crowd is cheering on down here in lane 1. Comes in for the 5th place finish at 2:47.85. Not sure what happened to lane 6. Maybe they only sent 3 swimmers out just to see what they could do, matching each of them to a 50, maybe trying to grab a time like that. Not sure what happened on that one. Doesn't matter. On to the varsity portion we go. In the 200-yard freestyle relay, varsity, Bailey Schmidt, Lucy Norman, Zasha Padilla, and Paige Tolik will be in lane 1 for Eagan. Gabrielle Morris, Michaela Hansen, Julia Todd, Adriana Gorder, lane 2 for Shakopee. Lane 3, Tessa Gotti, Malaya Cartier, Claire Kenseth, and Megan Wall in lane 3. Brooklyn Schumacher in lane 4, along with Erica Schrader, Lexi Tippy, Olivia Wimberger. That's the Shakopee lane 4 squad. Lane 5, Kate Teagland, Amanda Gordon, Kate Lebo, Allison Luker. That's the Eagan squad in lane 5. Izzy Larios, Josie Burfind, Morgan Peterson, Mallory Wicks. Rounded out for lane 6 in Shakopee. Looks like we're off to a clean start. Shakopee out of the gate quick. Really stretching this one out. Eagan lane 3, Shakopee lane 2, fighting that battle out. Eagan wins that first portion of that battle. I think that might be a battle throughout this entire race. Lane 5 and 6, Shakopee Eagan off the gates at the same time for their second swimmers. Again, lane 4, Shakopee starting to run away with this one. So we're not going to worry too much about that. Lane 2 and 3, Shakopee stretched that out to a 1 body length lead. We'll see what Eagan can do to catch that one up. She does a nice underwater job. Gets her right back in the race. That's young Claire Kenseth, I believe. Now, if she can keep it going, she might gain some ground. Just getting done coming off the 500. That might be a tough ask. Shakopee will hit the wall first. It's going to be a Shakopee 1-2 finish, I believe. The final swimmer goes in for lane 3 for Eagan. Shakopee in lane 2 hits the wall. Lane 3, Eagan hits the wall, coming back. She might run out of pool. That's a lot of space to make up in a 50. And it will be Shakopee. First place finish, 1:35.18. Second place, a 1:40.65. Lane 3, 1:50.49. Fourth place finish, a 1:56.90. Fifth place, a 1:57.97. And in sixth place, down here in lane 1 right below us, a 1:58.17.
Congratulations to Mariana Zellen, who in the opening 50 of the 200-yard freestyle relay broke the 50 freestyle pool record at a 23:97.
So for Shakopee in the 50 free, the first swimmer, the 50 free portion, the first swimmer set a pool record. I did not catch the time on that, but for a 50, I'm sorry? A 23:97, who she just broke the young Akrati record set in 2003 at a 23:99. So splitting hairs, but nonetheless, that's two records from the same individual she took in one evening for a pool record. So congratulations again to her. She's pulled it together for this meet. Holy smokes. And Miss Akrati's name's been up there for a long time and in many events. We'll see if anybody's going to catch that record of hers, Miss Akrati's, from 2003 in the 100 backstroke. What a meet for that young lady from Shakopee.
The 100-yard backstroke junior varsity heat 1 of 1.
This will be a junior varsity. One heat of junior varsity. Lane 1 will be Annika Swamenathan. Sophia Studnicka for Shakopee in lane 2. Lane 3, Haley Craigie. Lane 4, Abby Beckman. Lane 5, Megan Lubashane. And Alana Brinkman in lane 6 for Shakopee. Back to the Tara Lee answers. Most rewarding experiences have an impact on the underclassmen. It still feels like I'm looking up to my old captains. In her second question, her favorite stroke or dive, free because it's the fastest. Her favorite team memory, one of my great memories with the team was my first time at sections after COVID. It was crazy to see all the energy from all the teams after the previous year's virtual meets. Her favorite food before meets, pasta. A shout out to her dad, if her dad's there listening. And most adventurous thing, exploring Chicago with my sister. Our parents let us go alone for the first time, and we had a fun time walking around and seeing new things. Best advice she's received, don't give up. It gets easier. Number 7, advice to the younger swimmers, keep trying and stay positive. That's what will make the hard experiences a bit more fun. So while I was reading that during the junior varsity backstroke, the first place finisher came in at a 1:08.45, a second place finish a 1:11.05, and third place goes to a 1:12.44, and fourth place a 1:27.53.
Our next event is event 20, the 100-yard backstroke, varsity heat 1 of 1.
Well, I'm glad I got to share those experiences with you from a couple of swimmers, hoping to get a couple more for the next meet. Next up, the 100 backstroke varsity. In lane 1 for Eagan, the senior, one of the young ladies we just heard from in regards to her comments, Megan Wall, Grace Krautmeyer. In lane 2 for Shakopee, Teresa Gotti, lane 3, Eagan. Ariana Zellen, lane 4, Shakopee. Kate Teagland, lane 5, Eagan. Maddie Hansen, the sophomore from Shakopee, in lane 6. On the down and back, lane 4 and lane 2 and 6 hit the wall all at the same time. Eagan in lane 3, holding her own. She would currently be in second place, maybe third, depending on what the other two in lane 2 and 6 would be doing. Into the home stretch they come. This one's going to be too close to call. It's going to be a close neck and neck finish. She might be able to get it if she turns on the gas. And she is. What's going to happen? And she does grab it. A nice backstroke for 1:05.06 for the young lady from Eagan. Very nice swim. Second place goes to Shakopee at a 1:05.49. Third place, 1:06.15. And fourth place, a 1:07.32. Congratulations to that young lady from Eagan. A nice backstroke. Next up, the 100 breaststroke. This will be a junior varsity event. In lane 1 for Eagan, Lucy Norman. Mallory Wicks in lane 2 for Shaco. Ashlyn McCauley, lane 3 for Eagan. Reese Cutts, lane 4. Maddie Gerens, lane 5 for Eagan. Kaylee Thiessen, Shakopee, the 7th grader for Shakopee. Had the opportunity to visit some swim meets over in Shakopee. They've got a nice swimming venue over there. A solid 8 lanes wide. Shakopee hits the wall, 1, 2. Eagan hits the wall at third place at Current. Lanes 1, 3, and 6, all dead even. For the last lap, it'll be Shakopee lane 4, Shakopee lane 2 in second place. For third place, it's too close to call. Lane 2, 6, and 1 hit it all at the same time. Lane 5, she's about to hit the wall to return. First place finish for Shakopee, and this one will be a 1:29.05. Second place in lane 2, 1:34.04. Third place finish for Eagan will go to a 1:38.89. Fourth place finish, a 1:39.49. Fifth place finish, a 1:40.06. And in sixth place, in lane 5, a 1:52.72.
Up next, Next is event 22, the 100-yard breaststroke varsity heat 1 of 1.
Next up, the varsity breaststroke. There'll be only one heat of this event. Eden Wolf will be in lane 1 for Eagan. Haley Kieran in lane 2 for Shakopee. Zara Hake, lane 3 for Eagan. Olivia Wimberger, lane 4 for Shakopee. Tara Lee, lane 5 for Eagan. And Lexi Tippy for Shakopee, the 9th grader, in lane 6.
And lane 6, Lexi Tippy for the Shakopee.
Lane 4 for Shakopee grabbed the bull by the horns in this one and took off and never looked back. She is probably up, at least a third of a pool length right now. Really pouring it on. Shakopee lanes 2 and 6 hit the wall at the same time with a very close behind, and lane 3 is Eagan. Lane 5, not out of the woods yet either. But she's given it what she's got. Into the home stretch comes Shakopee in lane 4. Cruising right along, should be over a minute. And she will finish her time in lane 4 with a 1:07.76. A real nice, solid mid-season time. Lane 6 and lane 2, it's a fight to the finish, and it will be lane 6 with a 1:17.69 and a 1:17.84 down here in lane 2. 4th place finish will go to Eagan at a 1:20.37. 5th place, 1:24.82 and a 1:29.42 in lane 6.
Freestyle relay JV, heat 1 of 1.
All right, for the final event of the evening, it will be the 400 relay. Each swimmer down and back twice. First one will be a junior varsity heat. For Shakopee in lane 2.
In lane 2 is Regan Witzel.
Regan Witzel, Sophia Penning, Callie Lohr, and Christina Fidel.
Julia Parrish from Shakopee.
In lane 3, Ruby Bloom, Bryn Williams, Annika Swaminathan, and Stella Phelps for Eagan. That, again, that's lane 3. Lane 4, Julia Parrish, Tessa Laughlin, Jillian Stenzel, and Morgan Peterson for Shakopee. Lane 4. Risha Sethi, Mackenzie Buteau-Smith, Holly Duong, and Lily Ryba in lane 6 for Shakopee. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 lanes are being occupied for this race. 2 are sitting empty. Shakopee lane 4, cruising right along. Lane 2, not far behind them, probably 4 body lengths. 3 Shakopee teams, 1 Eagan team.
In lane 2, Sophia Penning from Shakopee. Lane 3, Bryn Williams from Eagan. Lane 4, Tessa Laughlin from Shakopee. And lane 6, Mackenzie Buteau-Smith from Shakopee.
My guess is this evening that Shakopee has somewhat run away with this meet. They very consistently have taken 1st and 2nd place, and Eagan is very consistently taking the 3rd place. Eagan showing some grit, sticking with it. They're not walking around with shoulders slumped and sad faces. They're still walking around, smile on their faces, yammering it up with each other, and that's a good deal. They are a very young team. They have the stronger numbers as juniors and sophomores, and I think they have a nice freshman team in there as well. So they got a bright future coming at them. Shakopee, it looks like they've got a loaded up senior group of leaders this year, and that's showing tonight.
All right, our third round 2 is Callie Roller from Shakopee. In lane 3 is Anika Swaminathan from Eagan. In lane 4 is Jillian Stencil from Shakopee. And lane 6
I'm not sure if this weekend's meet up in Duluth will be on Meet Mobile, but feel free to check it out. I'm guessing our staff here is not going to Duluth this weekend to broadcast this. I'm getting a solid no. You guys really didn't even take time to think about it. Other plans, I'm sure. Don't hand me it's too cold outside. They're not swimming outdoors.
Our final round of swimmers in this relay. In lane 2, Christina Fettel from Shakopee. In lane 3, Stella Phelps from Eagan. In lane 4, Morgan Peterson from Shakopee.
As we come in,
In lane 6, Lily Ryba from Shakopee.
Shakopee still well in front with this one, although there's 3 Shakopee teams. Wildcats still looking strong in this event, the third swimmer. Oh, I'm sorry, the final swimmer of this one. She's got it down and back to go yet. And for Eagan, who finishes a lap ahead of the second place finishers. Or I'm sorry, about a 3/4 of a lap of the length of the pool. A first place finish of 4:32.54. A second place finish for Shakopee of 4:34.88. Now, if Eagan hustles, she could catch lane 6. I don't believe it's going to happen. Nope, she turns on some gas for some cheering by her teammates, and she will hit the wall in lane 6 in a third place finish of 5:09.32, and Eagan with a fourth place finish of 5:12.57.
Up next is our
Final event of the evening, the 400 relay varsity.
24, the 400-yard freestyle relay varsity. Good luck, everyone. Hold on one moment, officials.
Molly Tullock, Maddie Gerens, Eden Wolf, Zara Hake will be in Eagan, lane 1. Lane 2 for Shakopee, Sophia Studnicka, Gabriella Morris, Miranda Francis, and Alina Brinkman. Lane 3, Malaya Cartier, Allison Luker, Amanda Gordon, and Tara Lee for Eagan in lane 3. Shakopee, lane 4, Grace Krautremmer, Carly Schumacher, Adriana Gorder, and Ariana Zellen. For Eagan, in lane 5, Kate Lebo, Lucy Norman, Bailey Schmidt, Kate Tieglin. For Shakopee, in lane 6, Michaela Hansen, Josie Burfine, Abby Beckman, and Natalie George. So that will take care of the participants in the final evening's event, the 400 free. So let's see what they got to offer. I feel like a broken record tonight. Lane 4, Shakopee well out in front on this one, even after the first 50. Second place could go to any one of them at current, be 2, 3, 5, and 6. Too close to call. All 4 of them are hitting the wall at approximately the same time. Lane 4 still has a 3-4 length advantage. Second swimmer in. Better watch out for a DQ in lane 2 there. We'll see if that happens. It looked like she took off a little early, but
Lane 2 is
I'm wondering, I don't know, I don't see an arm up, but we got some writing going on in the pad of the umpire on the far side. We'll see. I guess everybody will find out on Meet Mobile. So a little more incentive here then for the girls' Eagan team if that is the case. Shakopee A squad, lane 4, well out in front. A nice little battle going on between lane 2 and 3 here before for Eagan. As Eagan's second swimmer really is putting up a nice fight. She's gotten them back into second place. She hits the far end about a quarter body length ahead of her competitor in lane 2. Now it's a neck and neck race back to the finish line here. So she's done her job, a very nicely well swam 100 for her. And that gives her teammate a nice opportunity to get out in front. We'll see if she can hold it. Lane 4 for Shakopee's got about a half a pool length lead. We've been paying attention here to lanes 2 and 3. Shakopee back in front again. Eagan lane 3, let's see what she can do. Hold your own, young lady, hold your own. Keeping an eye on lane 6 out there on the far side as well. They're right in this. Shakopee lane 2 really starting to stretch it out over lane 3 here at Eagan. For the final swimmer, there she goes for Shakopee. Eagan's final swimmer in. Lane 5, final swimmer hits the water. Lane 4 for Shakopee, the lead in this group. Well on their way to winning that one. Shakopee here in lane 2 has stretched out that lead to about 4 body lengths. I don't think they'll be catching her. Third place, if I had to throw a coin in the water, is going to go out to lane 6 from Shakopee, who's very quietly held that portion of third place the entire race. First place finish is going to go to a 3:57.91 for Shakopee. Second place finish, a 4:08.82. Eagan is coming to third place finish, lane 3, a 4:12.81. Fourth place finish at a 4:13.50, so right on her heels. Fifth place finish will come in with a 4:23.56. So a 1-2-4 finish, which seems to be consistent all night long for Shakopee, which means that doesn't give a lot of opportunity for Eagan to garner up any points. And in lane 1, finishing for the Eagan Wildcats with a 4:47.30. And that concludes our meet between the Shakopee Sabers and the Eagan Wildcats. Again, I can't remember off the top of my head when the next home meet is, but I believe it's one more. And they start on Tuesday the 10th. Okay, so we start switching it. I knew we switched to Tuesdays, so that'll be next Tuesday then. Yeah, all right. And then the 24th, all right. The 10th and the 24th. Meets now, keep in mind, folks, are going to be on Tuesdays. So make sure you set your calendar and on your phone to go beeping off at about 5:55 or so, and we will rejoin you. So again, from Eagan, Dakota Hills Middle School, the paddle battle between Shakopee and Eagan was an all Shakopee meet for the most part. Eagan held their own. They got a lot of young swimmers, and they will be against the next visitor next Tuesday, the 10th. Until then, I am Microphone Tongas coming to you from Eagan TV, whose cast here does a fantastic job. Thank you, and we will see you next Tuesday.